All right, we're going to look at list mode on the Nord Stage 3. This is different than anything that was on the Nord Stage 2, and it replaces some of the buttons that were on the Nord Stage 2 and allows us to kind of see in a quicker fashion what our options are. So we have list mode options in 3 sections of the keyboard. We can look at list mode in the piano section, and we see this word list beneath the program dial knob. We have list mode beneath the main program dial knob, and we have list mode beneath the synth preset knob. And so the features are quite similar in each of those sections, but we'll start with in the piano section, because I was really glad that it existed. One thing I noticed when I got the Nord Stage 3 and I wanted to go from grand to upright or electric, I didn't have that, piano type or the category of pianos button that existed in the Nord Stage 2. But you can still look at the types of pianos in categories, and you do that through list mode. So to get to list mode, you hit Shift, and then you just turn that knob. And then a new screen appears on the main LED screen, and it enables us to look at all the pianos. This is every piano, and I'm scrolling through into the pianos like that, so you can see everything in the piano section, but you can also look at it by category, just like we had the category button before. So you just hit this category button, and then right now we're in grand category. It says so right there now, and we use the page to change the category, the page knob here. So that changes our category. So now we're in uprights, now we're in electric pianos, now we're in the claves and the harpsichords, now we're in the digital pianos, and now we're in the layers. So that's a quicker way sometimes to, rather than scrolling through all the piano sounds, you can use list mode to get to those. So to get out of category view, I'm going to hit that again, and now I want to go back to all. I want to see all of my pianos, and so I can scroll through, and I can see the name of everyone again, or I can look at them in categories, changing the categories by the page button. So it's nice, though, because you can see the full list. Before, we had no visual, real representation on the Nord Stage 2 of what was happening. So that's kind of actually a cool feature. At first, I was a little grieved. I'm like, oh no, I can't see what the EPs are. I can't get to them quickly without scrolling. And you can do that through list mode. Okay, another place list mode exists is in the main program section. Sorry, let me just exit out of everything. So I'm going to Shift exit, and I'm going to turn this knob now. And so we are now in all the programs, starting in bank A01. And as you scroll through, it lets you audition each sound. So you can scroll through each program in each bank. But you can also scroll by categories. Again, we used to have a quick category button before, and so the way to get to that, hit category, which is usually this program number 4 button, and then the page changes the category. So right now the category in the main programs is grands, and then we can go to uprights, electric pianos, then we have arpeggiators. Yeah, so that's really cool. Go through all the different pianos that all the different programs that we have. So it's really neat. So here we have a synth program. I'm going to go to categories and change the page. You can change then the categories in these as well. I'm in a pad. I'm in the organ, lead, effects, fantasy sounds, wind instruments, bass. That one's called acoustic, but I think it pertains to kind of basic acoustic. Sometimes it's acoustic organs, and I feel like that's an oddly named category, but yeah, anyway. So all these are assigned because each program is assigned a category when you make it. So, yeah. So categories, you flip through it like that. Great, so that's list mode in the main program section. Okay, finally, we have categories over here in just the synth section. So I'm gonna exit out and I'm gonna engage this list mode. And this enables us to see then every preset, and you can do these by categories as well. So, you know, the synth section has presets and starts out with a few pads. So you can look at their categories then. So in this case, we're in pad synths or classic synths. You can look at Mellotron, presets, analog strings, choir category. So all these categories, again, are accessible, which helps you more quickly find maybe a template or at least a base sound for you to do your editing and create maybe a new sound. So this helps me find out, or at least get a good starting point. I like to start a lot of my pads for worship with actually some choir background, so I will sometimes pull up different ones of these and audition them. And I'll audition them that way in the category. So that helps me kind of hear some of my options in a quicker way. You can also look at the samples. You can look at those in categories as well. Yeah. And it'll tell you if it's a sample or a just a kind of a synth preset. So it's really a neat feature. You can look at the entire list of user programs. You can look at the entire list of just samples, or you can look at things in either the user synth presets or the samples in category view. So hopefully that gives you a good explanation of list mode. It's a great feature on the Nord Stage 3. Kind of gives you a bigger visual picture of what your options are.